All right. Very good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on your busy schedule. On this special day, first of all, I would like to thank all the nursing fraternity joined us here today, plus present across the globe. Happy International Nurses Day. And we can't imagine a world without you people. And especially, I'm just reminded, being a nurse myself, so I'm just reminded of Florence Nightingale here today. In fact, when I was doing my nursing, I was told about the story how Florence Nightingale became a pioneer in modern nursing. In fact, when she started serving as a nursing personnel in Crimean War, uh, she had a little knowledge in terms of what can be done best, and all that she could do there was just be with the suffering soldier and trying to clean the wound, keep the area clean and healthy, and make sure the patient there gets all the food that's required. And none of the soldiers there lying down around did not know anything about who this Florence Nightingale is, or who this person is. They did not even know her name. All that they could see is, like, whenever she comes around, she used to carry a lamp across so that she could see the wound properly. She could care for the wound properly. So then they started, calling her lady with the lamp. Okay, can we have the lady with the lamp come and, take care of me? Can we have the lady with the lamp come and give me an injection or something like that, right? So though the person is not known, though her name is not known or nothing about her, but just the gesture of her being there around and taking care of the suffering ones make the huge difference. And she could save a lot of, soldiers from dying and get healed quickly. So, what this reminds me today here is, of course, we all are going through this pandemic, and especially India is suffering hugely, and the healthcare system and every worker out there has been struggling hard and doing their best to treat the patients and send them back home early. And on this special day, which is the 201 birthday of Florence Nightingale, I would like to give my big salute to all the nursing fraternity and the nursing personnel out there. Thank you so much for all your commitment in mitigating this and trying to mitigate this pandemic, and also making sure, even though you might be suffering or your family member might be suffering, but you are going back to the hospitals daily and taking care of your patients. So thanks each one of you for this wonderful job. And especially at NooraHealth, we are very much thrilled, and we are very much happy to have you on board as key stakeholders in our program. And thank you so much for that. And especially today, as we know, we are celebrating this International Nurses Day. We're going to be having few activities for you. And given the situation, all of us might be going through the mental health crisis. So definitely, it is something that is utmost important. We must be taking care of ourselves so that we could take care of 100 others out there in the hospital. Let me introduce Green Oak team. Dr. Priyanka and Dr. Soumya would be joining shortly. Dr. Priyanka, you may turn your video on. Yes. Yes, thank you so much. To introduce you all, Dr. Priyanka and her team at Green Oak have been doing wonderful jobs, especially helping the healthcare workers take care of their mental health and well-being, doing the webinar sessions and virtual sessions for them. And they have joined us here today to walk you all through what best you could do being in a hospital in this crisis time. And they're also going to give you a talk about the practical solutions in terms of, as a healthcare personnel, what can be done best in the crisis times. So Priyanka, over to you and your team. Thank you so much for joining again.
Thank you, Anand. And good afternoon, everyone. Really happy that all of you could join in today. So we are a team who work very closely with healthcare workers, and hence we thought this is a very good platform to give you some tips to handle the stress that you're all going through. So the first thing that I would like to say is whatever you're feeling is completely natural at this point, because nobody expected this pandemic, and none of us know like how every day of the pandemic is going on. And for you to be in the front of all of this and work through this is very hard. And that might induce a lot of feelings of stress, of anxiety, of sometimes frustration, because I understand the work hours, etc. So it is going to be hard, And if you feel things that are not very your usual self, you feel more frustrated, you feel a little more anxious, you feel a little more down than usual, then I would tell you that it's not just you, it is the situation. And all those feelings are very, very natural at this point. And if you feel overwhelmed like by it at times, then we as a team are definitely open to helping you out. And I will talk about it in a while anyway. And the second thing I want to say is during this time, one of the most important thing is to build your support system. So you have been working a lot as well, and you've been working for a long time. And now it is all right to seek someone else's support to help you with other things at least. So to give an example, we had a call from a nurse to our helpline once, who said that I feel very bad that my kids are actually cooking right now. But the fact is that you are actually working so much that other people around you want to take a step in. They want to work with you. They want to help you. They want to bring that support. And that becomes very important right now because we can use all the support that we can. So see if you can give some chores to people around your home. And if someone else can pitch in, do something else for you so that you are able to take a few minutes off for you. And do not feel bad about taking that help because you are actually working a lot and it's okay to have that support system. And if at all it is hard to find that support system, then we can try and see how to build it up. So are there your fellow nurses who can take your shift for 10 minutes longer and you can take a break? And the next time you go, you can do 10 minutes longer so that they can take a break. So talk to people around you about how you're feeling and how it is to work long hours and see if you can form like a buddy system or a support system inside the hospital to just help each other out to get a few minutes out of your routine, out of your schedule to have for yourself. So that is one support system. And second is trying to talk to your family. And it could be hard explaining to them what's going on. And sometimes they might not understand, but just able to talk about it really helps. So even if they aren't able to exactly go through what you're trying to say, just for you to have that space to talk is all that we can use. So see if you can form a support system like that. Just talk to people and see if you really feel frustrated, if you can talk to your colleagues after hours just for 5 minutes to just say that God, I was very frustrated today, and that's enough, but just to get it out. So these are few ways that we can actually build up our support system and see if you're able to do any of that within your work circles because it really does help. And the third thing I'm going to talk about is how to tackle this work stress with some practical solutions that can help you during your shift. So I understand that there are a lot of time constraints and you might not be able to take a break or for yourself or a long break per se. But see if we can take 5 or 10 minutes between your shifts or 5 or 10 minutes every 2 hours, whether it's a water break or just a tea break, whatever it is, just 5 minutes. In those 5 minutes, I'm just going to give you certain tips that you can try and apply. So every time that you're having lunch, that you're eating a snack or even drinking something, try and do it a little more slowly. This is called mindful eating. So this just helps us relax and just helps us calm down for that 5-10 minutes so that it rejuvenates your energy to go back and work again. So whenever you're eating, try and take smaller bites and chew it a little longer and just try and identify what are the flavors in the food and just swallowing it a little slower. And if you're taking 5 minutes to eat, probably just try and push it to 10 minutes to eat. And just even if the quantity is lesser, just try and eat it really slowly and just try and go through every taste that is there. Sit down and eat. And if you have a space where you can look outside and eat. So just slowing this down and just savoring the taste, actually neurologically the pathways, it takes stress out of your normal pathways and it goes on to different area of perception of taste. And that really does help us relax a little bit. And when that 5-10 minutes, if it's relaxing for you, it again gives you more energy to just go back into your shift. So mindful eating is something that you can try within your work day. And if it is lunch or if it is even during lunch or even during snack time, just try and do that. And second thing is I'm just going to show you a couple of exercises, which is more about muscle relaxation. So let's just, if you guys can see me, just try and do it with me. So this is called a Jpmr. So just hold up your hands and make a fist and try and clench it really hard and do it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now just let it go. Now just give it 5 more seconds and then try doing it again. Just clench your fist and clench it hard and do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now you just let it go. Now the same we can do with our face as well. So if it is your neck, then you can try doing it to one side of the neck and just stretch it as far as possible and then count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the same on the other side. And you can also do it with your facial muscles. So like people usually frown, like we ask them to frown for 5 seconds like that, and then just count to 5 and then relax it. And the same you can do with your foot, where you can just extend your foot for 5 seconds, stretch it, and then bring it back. So all the muscles that you are able to exercise in your hospital, like I understand it might not be possible to stretch or to even do like, a hip exercise, but the face, the hand, and the foot is something that we can try and do. So during your shifts, if you get 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just take a step back, sit down somewhere, and just do this for 2 minutes. Keep a count of 5. So one muscle, 5 seconds, relax. Another muscle, 5 seconds, relax. And do it as often as possible throughout your day. So even if nothing else, those 2 minutes, it just helps us release that stress, release that adrenaline through progressive exercise, and then we can go back to what we were doing. So this is one more tactic that we can use. And third is a little bit of breathing exercise, which I'm going to share with you. So again, if you are able to do it, you can do it along with me. Just sit straight and just sit comfortably but straight. And now take a deep breath in. Now feel your lungs expand, feel your stomach expand, and then let it out. Again, breathe in, feel the air, and then breathe out. Anytime, this is how we normally breathe in as well. But what is it that we are doing differently at this time is just noticing what are all the changes in your body when you're breathing in. So usually when we breathe in, we don't really notice that our chest is expanding, that our stomach is expanding. And how does it feel for your chest to expand? These are things that we don't really notice. But just noticing them, noticing your breath, and just bringing it out back is a very relaxing activity. And it takes very less time, so 2 to 3 minutes. So just take a deep breath in, but feel what's going on, and then breathe out. So at least try and do 2 to 3 counts of this every time you get a break. Or if you have a little longer break, then I would say at least till 5. But the main point is breathing in, feeling the breath, feeling your body change, and then bringing it out. So this is another thing that you can try in your workplace. So now the 3 exercises that I spoke about are things that we can use during the workplace. But in case you have like a little more time, which I am not sure if everyone does, but in case you do at home, then just finding out one activity that you really do enjoy. So for one person I met with, it was gardening. So at the end of the day, just going and watering some of those plants, just looking at the plants and coming back was an activity that rejuvenated her. For another person, it was just playing with his friend. So if that is something that helps, then just going there and just spending half an hour doing that and then coming back. So identify things that really does relax you in your everyday routine. And if we are able to do it, then doing it for at least 15 to 20 minutes in a day just helps us wake up the next day. And after this talk, I'm also going to share some resources for guided meditation or mindfulness practices that Anand, and I'm sure he'll be able to circulate it to you. So even some people have actually complained of not able to sleep in the night. And if you are also facing some of those issues, just try and listen to this guided meditation before you're falling asleep. Even if it doesn't really solve a lot of the issues, it just helps us relax at that moment to go to sleep. And that's what we are trying to do. So I will share those resources as well, and then just try and listen to them and then go to sleep. Try doing that. And one more thing I want to insist on in this meeting is that it's all right to be not able to control a lot of things at times, because the situation is like that. And A lot of us are not able to control a lot of things that are going around us. But what we are able to look at is that we are stable during this whole pandemic, so that we can go back and do whatever the role we can. And if we are not able to look after ourselves, and if our stability is compromised, then it gets harder to do everything around us as well. So that's one thing that all of us should pay attention to, and especially you as frontline workers. So your stability is, and your well-being is actually very important for everything to function as well. So one thing that we can control is your well-being. So find out what is the key to that, and if you can use all of these resources, great. And if not, then what is it that we need to help you cope, help you be well, and let's just do it, whatever it is, even if it means taking a break, taking smaller, as I said, building buddy system, whatever it takes for us to maintain that stability. And another resource that I would like to share is us in Green Oak, we actually run a helpline for all the frontline workers where we provide free counseling for nurses, doctors, lab technicians, whoever's there in the frontline. So I'm going to share those resources as well. And please, reach out in case you're not able to cope, you need more help, and we will be there to help you out. And other resources also include, there are more helplines which have come up who really want to help the people in the front line. So I'm going to share their resources as well. And in case you feel overwhelmed, please do reach out to one of them. And some more resources include the videos and the guiding meditation, and I will share that too. And one more forum that I would like to open to you all is to just write to us with any queries you have, and we will try addressing them through mail or through text. And this is trying times, and whatever takes us to maintain our well-being during this, that's something that we can focus and control. So we'll try doing that. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. आप सभी लोगों को इस प्रोग्राम के बाद एक लिंक भेजी जाएगी जिस पे ग्रीन ओक की टीम जो कम्युनिटी मेंटल हेल्थ सेंटर चलाती है यहाँ बैंगलोर में, इसके बारे में जानकारी दी जाएगी। ये लोग एक साल से पैंडेमिक जब से स्टार्ट हुआ है तब से सारे फ्रंटलाइन हेल्थ वर्कर्स को ऑनलाइन सपोर्ट भी करते हैं। उन लाइंस के नंबर्स भी आपके साथ शेयर किए जाएंगे। उसके अलावा एज प्रियंका हैज जस्ट शेयर्ड, शी विल आल्सो सेंड यू अ फ्यू वीडियोस अबाउट हाउ टू डू माइंडफुल meditation which could help you sleep better at night. If you have any queries, you can reach out to them. We will share all their details over WhatsApp groups with all our nurses. Thank you. Thank you so much, Priyanka. It's a pleasure to having you here. Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Priyanka. Thanks, Deepali. That was a really wonderful session, and definitely some of those practical aspects that Dr. Priyanka just mentioned are really, really useful. In fact, I have tried some of them personally myself, and definitely it helps a lot in this crisis time. So thanks, Priyanka and team, for that wonderful session. Now moving on, Nilima, over to you. Please introduce our next guest, which is again more interesting person.
Hi everyone, wishing all of our wonderful nurses out there a very, very happy International Nurses Day. And I'm really excited to introduce to all of you Mr. Madhav Nair. He is a self-taught flautist who started at the age of 5 and has now been playing for several years. He plays the flute completely through hearing, which I think is really, really cool. And he is also a YouTuber that has opened doors that have allowed him to meet with several music directors face-to-face and also collaborate with several international artists. He is influenced by Pedro Ustache, Yanni's flautist, who plays all kinds of wind instruments. Also, Hari Prasad Chaurasya and Jethro Tull are some of his role models. In fact, he was so inspired by Ustache that he has now got his own collection of several wind instruments that I'm going to talk about now. Some of them are a didgeridoo, which is an Australian tribal instrument, a tin bezel, which is an Irish wind instrument, a crystal glass flute, and several Indian bamboo flutes, and also a Western key flute. I'm really hoping I've pronounced all of them correctly, Madhav. And so without further ado, join me in welcoming Mr. Madhav Nair, and really excited to hear you.
Yes, hi. Thank you so much, Nilima. And definitely you did mention all the names correctly. First and foremost, a very happy International Nurses Day. Before I can start, I do have to tell this. So what happens is, like, we all we all go to hospitals, in search of doctors who can help us. But the first person a doctor turns to is a nurse. So, you guys are the pillar of strength. We need to heal ourselves. No doubt you all are our heroes. So thank you so much for all that you do for us unconditionally. So from my side, here's something that I want to dedicate to all of you. I'll move to the last song. I think this song is very apt, in this time of moment. It's called "Heal the World" by Michael Jackson.
That was really, really beautiful, Madhav. Thank you so much. In fact, for a moment, we were just, lost in time. Where we were. And there were a lot of comments coming for you on the, YouTube live as well. Thank you so much for participating and, playing for us.
Thank you.
Over to you.
Madhav, that was so lovely. Thank you so much for doing that. And to everyone who's here, happy International Nurses Day. Thank you for joining us. Up next, we have Arunachala Karthik. He is a full-time violinist and a performer and a teacher. He has been grooming students to take up music full-time. And he's been doing this for the last few years with passion and dedication. I'm excited to introduce him. Arunachala, please come up.
Hi, Anjana. Hi, everybody. Hope everyone can hear me. Yeah, first of all, wish everyone a very happy International Nurses Day. I think the importance of the frontline workers cannot be highlighted enough number of times. We have to keep saying it every day, and I think it's really a wonderful job by the doctors and healthcare workers who are kind of lifting the whole country. I think that's the situation as per today, and I think I would like to hearty congratulations to each and every one of the nurses in this meeting as well as outside, and also each of the frontline workers who are sacrificing their own life, their personal life for the benefit of everyone else. So my pranams to those wonderful souls. And I also so today's performance I wanted to dedicate two pieces. So one I have been I am very I'm a fierce, and I am I feel that God is always he's in control of the situation. So I feel we have to really dedicate a song. First I will dedicate a song to God, and probably each of the doctors and the nurses are probably equivalent to life-saving God, in my opinion. So I think I will start with that. So I will start with a God-fearing song, Malik Tere Bande Hum, and then I will move on to a patriotic song which is in a movie called Roja, actually. So it's on our country, India, and I think the nurses and the doctors who are in the dealing with the situation right now, I think they are lifting our country, and I think it's important to lift our country from this crisis. So second song is going to be that, and hope you all enjoy. Thank you. that was my performance. And I thank Anjana and the organizers for providing this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, Arunachala. Thank you for that beautiful performance. It was so amazing. And I can say for everyone that was listening, that was really, really beautiful. Thank you to you. Thank you to Madhav as well for helping us celebrate our nurses in such a beautiful and mesmerizing way. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
With that, I would like to call upon one more very special person now to share his thoughts, his feelings, and to talk to our nurses. And that is none other than NooraHealth's co-founder and co-CEO, Shahid Alam. Shahid, please take the center stage and share.
Thank you, Samina. And thank you everyone for joining. And hi, I'm Shahid. And on behalf of everyone at NooraHealth, all of my colleagues, I want to extend my deep gratitude towards all of the nurses here. And of course, all of your colleagues working with you in healthcare today. I do hope that this music brought a much needed break from your important work. And thank you so much, Madhav and Arunachala, for that beautiful performance. We all know that nurses form the backbone of health systems around the world. And without nurses, there is no care. In a time for India where care is desperately needed, the importance of this profession takes on a whole new meaning. Every single day, nurses are on the front lines, not just of the fight against COVID-19, but all of the other critical health needs that have not gone away, including newborn and maternal care. This is, of course, a critical area where many of you CCP champions continue to focus. Today's celebration focused on music and art because of its ability to make us look within ourselves and reflect on our own experience. Many of you I saw in the chat also felt similarly, so I'm very glad we were able to connect in that way. But all around us right now, mental distress and fear silently challenges our healthcare community. This is a real issue for many. And this is an issue that is even more compounded for those who are nurses and other healthcare providers. There are many reasons for this, and this could be related to the fear of spreading the virus to your families, high workloads, or even the trauma of daily witnessing suffering. So we really hope that today's session has provided an opportunity to help address this stress in a practical way throughout your day. So very much appreciate the Green Oak team for helping us in bringing those skills and those practices. But I do want to mention that this is just the beginning. We want to be able to do more to support you and support your well-being as you continue to help those who are in need. Starting soon, Noora and its partners, including Green Oak, want to offer you all individual counseling, including follow-up conversations with trained professionals. If this service can benefit you or any of your colleagues, please, please, please let us know. In the chat, we're placing an email where you can reach out. And if email is difficult for you in your day, then just reach out by phone to anyone on the Noora team that you know. Or you can also reach out to Nikhil, also on the number in the chat. We will be calling to check in with many of you to understand how you are doing. And if there's really any other way that we can try to support, please, please, please do let us know when we reach out. And again, do not hesitate and do not wait for us to reach out to you. Please just reach out to us if there's any way we can support. I wanted to end by also extending my deep gratitude to the governments of Punjab, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh, and all of the esteemed nodal officers for the Care Companion program. Without your support, we would not be able to work so closely with these brilliant nurses from across the nation. So we're very grateful for that. And for now, just take care, everyone, and be well. I was so glad that I was able to connect with you today, and looking forward to hearing more from you soon. Take care. Bye.
Well, thanks, Dr. Shahid. And just to reiterate what Shahid said, NooraHealth is bringing a series of health and wellness activities for the nurses here. And please watch out for your WhatsApp groups. Also connect with NooraHealth person, from your state. So they will give you more information on that. But otherwise, once again, a big shout out to all the nurses here working, and thank you so much for joining us here today. On behalf of entire Noora fraternity, I would like to thank one and all, and wish you all once again a happy International Nurses Day. Thank you so much for joining, and take care. Stay safe.